What's up, guys? My name is Zero Heroes, and welcome back to more Gatesville. And what a way to start by hitting my own mic. And welcome back to Development Diary 157. And this is all about the medics. Now, as you know, the other day I released a video of what Gates of Hell upload to their YouTube channel on the new automatic medics, or automation medics, which basically means that now medics can automatically heal your troops without you manually doing it. And I've kind of talked in depth about how it works, and kind of done a review on the video, the main video that Gatesville released on their channel about it. So if you want to go check that out, now I'll leave a link in the description down below on the top right hand of your screen. Or if you want to check out the original video for how the medics work, then I will leave Gates of Hell's Barbwire Studios YouTube channel link down below so you can check out for yourself. But one of the main things I'm really interested in today, which is all about the future of Gates of Hell, which they've talked about before, but mainly when you scroll down to the bottom, they kind of talk about a wee bit more about the British faction. So if you guys would like to see more news content like this, then make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, I have, again, as I've already said, I've already talked about the methods and the automated reviving methods for Gates for the medics, but for you who maybe didn't understand me properly or think I got something wrong, then I will read from the article directly, so everything's basically cleared up for you guys. So we have started off saying, community members, we have been very busy. As you may have noticed, work on the next DLC is progressing well, which is the British DLC. Besides the things you may already know about, such as the work on the British faction, we're also preparing an update that will appear very soon. In this episode, we'll have a closer look as promised in our previous blog. So this is 2 automated reviving methods for medics. So there is 2 ways of doing it. So this is undoubtedly one of the most requested changes, obviously intended to reduce the need for micromanaging in the game. I 100% agree. I thought micromanaging in the game, especially in a defensive type of game, was a lot to do, because you had a whole trench line and you had to separate your men out, quite wide so you didn't get RT'd or mortared, and then you had to get the munitions to the anti-tank weapons and set up basically your tanks, and then try and get engineers to set up more trenches and set up barbed wires and tank traps, and then you had to set out mines for the engineers, and then you had, when the battle started, you had to keep giving ammunition towards your troops or they would run out and then you just get slaughtered. But around that also, you had to keep an eye in case any of your troops died. So if your troops died, you need to manually get your medic and make them run over to one of your troops to make sure they survive or heal them as quickly as possible. But now, in this new update, which is already out as of recording this, they have now put in this automatic system which allows you to not think about medic manually healing your troops. So that means the medics or the game will now do that for you, which is absolutely brilliant and something that I've kind of wanted for a while as well. I've kind of wanted it actually since the start of the game, to be honest, but now that it's in the game, I'm absolutely delighted. And most of you have commented down below my last video and on Reddit as well that you guys have really commented on some really cool things, so thank you. I appreciate all your comments and likes as well. It really just helps support me do the work better for YouTube. Anyway, we have developed 2 separate mechanics for reviving, offering the player a choice of ways to ensure the medics act just the way you want and revive fallen soldiers without needing to instruct them. This automation will be centered either around the medic or on a specific map area. The first mechanic allows you to set a radius around the mechanic as the area in which wounded soldiers will be revived automatically, provided the medic has sufficient inventory to do so, of course. So what that basically means is, as you know, in the game, think about as, if you don't know what this means, go check out the video. Or what it means is that when you see kind of an ammo truck or an ammo supply crate, you see the kind of like a yellow circle around it, which shows that when you put infantry or any sort of tanks in that circle radius, it means they're going to get supplied with munitions automatically. It works with the same as medics, that if you put this medic within an area that if troops are down, then the medic will automatically go to that soldier, and automatically heal them. That's what it means. This radius moves with the medic, which means you can order your medics around as you wish. The automatic reviving starts whenever the medic stops moving and detects wounded soldiers, which makes sense. The second mechanic allows you to set a specific area on the map and thus to keep the medic in the same area, scanning for any wounded soldiers and reviving them when they need be. That means you can station a medic to oversee a trench, bunker, emplacement, or any other designated area, and the medic will not leave the area unless ordered to do so. The medic will detect the need for action in this area and act accordingly. So that makes a lot of sense. So let's say, so you'll have a wee option at the bottom, on the bottom right side, you know, the bottom right hand side where all the other options are, you know, to, you know, heal your troop yourself or to build trenches if you have an engineer. Basically, medics now have their own slot. And for this radius, you can basically place it anywhere on the map as long as it's inside the map. And what they're saying is that if you have, again, I'm using a defensive mission, for example, that if you have a big long line trench of troops and you want one medic on one end and one medic on the other end, it just means that if you set like a big radius for those two areas for for both the medic, then both the medics will stay in those two areas until told otherwise. So I really do like that and I really do love it. So big props to Gatesville Barwars for really thinking out the box with this kind of one, because you could have simply just made it so you only have like the medic radius and that's it, but they've come up with an option B which allows you to kind of expand with the medics. It allows you to kind of gives you more options with the medics, you know, for a surrounding area, which is really, really cool, and I really do like it, which I might probably use that more than the radius one. Both methods of automation receive their own button in the UI. Clicking either one will allow you to drag a radius around the medic or onto the map. These buttons can be used at any time to set, move or remove the auto healing radius. This allows you to switch between methods during play and adapt to the changing needs of the moment. Those players who want to use a classic way the medic works can still choose to do so. See, that was one of my queries, or one of my questions in the last video that I did, was can you still manually do it, manually heal a medic? And it looks like you can, which is really cool. Will you be using automated healing in a battle, or will you stick to a classic microing? Let us know in the comments down below. So yeah, that is the micromanaging for automated reviving methods for medics in Gatesville. Let me know what your thoughts are below, guys, because it would be really interesting to hear whether you like it already. If a few of you said it, but for those who commented, let me know, because I really like to hear your thoughts. And while you're down there, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. It really does help us out as well. Trying to get to 10k before the end of the year, that'd be absolutely amazing if we could do that. Now we are on to keybinds. Another change that requested many times will be included. We have added key assignments options for various existing actions, including engine toggle, suppression fire, mines, demining, planting explosive, medic tent, various emplacements, fortifications, and foxholes. Mod creators will be happy to see that we have added the keyword to interface actions, which updates then when the corresponding key is set in profiles and changed in game options. This allows for key assignments to be created for custom actions. Yeah, if you're a mod maker, I'm sure you know what that means. I have not a clue what that means, but for you mod makers, I'm sure creators, then you will have, I'm sure you'll be absolutely delighted with that. So as you can see, we have the medic revive and the medic revive location. It's Shift W and Shift E. Now you can change that with the three wee dots here, so you can change it to anything on your keyboard, which is really cool. So if you want to do that, then make sure you do that before you start a battle when you update your game. And you can see that you have the large foxhole, a small foxhole, which is actually really cool. So they added more options for the keybinds for more soft, which is absolutely epic. Okay guys, here we go. So for the open beta now, we will be releasing the 55th free update as soon as possible. This might be during the next few days, provided we are happy about the open beta by then. This beta will run for a couple days. To join the beta, you only need to switch your game to the beta version later when the beta comes the live version. You won't need to do anything to reverse this process. If you want to participate, go to your Steam library, right click on game, select properties, betas, open beta, and you can switch back to the current version at any time using the same process. That is, I will show you in another video how to do that, maybe in a 60-second short. But yes, for those who want to kind of do the open beta, then you can do it and then you can change back. But to be honest, I always leave my game in open beta, because what that does is that it still runs the game as normal, but it just means that any beta games that come out, I don't have to download the beta version by switching back all the time. So something like a wee hint there is that I would always just keep it in open beta, as it's easier because you don't have to keep downloading stuff all the time. So wee clue there. And finally, guys, onto the most excited news, which I'm excited for, which is other news. So this is talking about the British faction. Work on the British faction is progressing nicely. In parallel, we're working on the trailer, which will reveal the name for this DLC, while also making the official announcement. The amount of work on this DLC is phenomenal, and we'll keep revealing bits of the DLC on the Gatesville Discord server, which I'll leave a link down below as well. We're running our 5th meta game, which reveals more every Sunday. So if you want to find out about the British DLC kind of every weekend, every Sunday, make sure you go check out that Discord, because they'll update you every weekend, letting you know what's happening with that DLC. We have mentioned that there'll be another smaller DLC coming soon. This will be one for the community, celebrating 10 years of community support for Barbed Wire Studios, which is incredible. I can't believe it's been 10 years already. I feel like it's been a lot longer, but yeah, it's quite incredible how time goes by when you're literally having fun in this game. It took us 6 years to develop and release Call to Arms Gates of Hell, our very first game. So the very first game, not the DLC, not Call to Arms, but Call to Arms Gates of Hell took 6 years to develop, which is incredible, because it still is an incredible game to this day. To those 6 years and 4 years after release, we think it's time to celebrate. We'll be more specific about the contents of the Jubilee update in one of our next blogs, which presumably will come very soon. That's it for now. Enjoy the beta, and don't forget to join our Discord server by clicking down below. And if you guys, here is all, by the way, all the changelogs that they've done to, to the auto revive, they've also done changes to Conquest single player, and I believe also multiplayer as well, and also everything else. So if you want to check that out, again, I'll put the article for all this in a link down below. But there you go, guys. That is Development Diary 157, which talks about the auto medics, Keybinds, and also the upcoming news of the British faction, as well as a smaller DLC which will be out very, very soon. So on that, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you'd like to see more content update, then tell me down below what you would else like me to review. And also I have some other exciting new games coming to the channel soon, as I've been kind of addicted to them myself, so those will be coming to the channel very, very soon. I hope you do like it, but stay tuned to the channel for that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and Ostfront, and I will see you in the next video. See you later, and goodbye.